Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Frosthaven. And it really is frosty because we've entered winter. We're going to go around and probably do some upgrades on various things. Before we do that though, I want to spend a little bit of our money just buying some resources. We're building up quite a stack of cash on each of our people. But at the moment we don't really have anything to spend it on. We don't have the enhancement ability unlocked. And I think, and this is a bit of a guess, it's going to come as part of like retiring characters or as the outpost levels up. So for right now, we're at risk of retiring people and having a big stack of money on the end. So we'll just be buying some resources, as many as we can, just to keep ticking that money along. So there's the logging camp done. Let's go to the mining camp and also the hunting lodge down here. And as I said, it's just a little bit to keep things moving along. And we're going to be doing some upgrades as well, so we may as well. Speaking of upgrades, it's looking like we can train someone, but we definitely can't. Or maybe it's just because we can select the material, but we can't actually do the training because there's no space. That's fine. We'll ignore that. We want new buildings. We could build a boat. We could build a sled. We've got the mining gear. So we'll probably do one of those. There are no available upgrades at the moment, so yeah, let's get a boat. A boat really doesn't take much. 4 lumber is not much. Like a sled takes 3 lumber, and a boat looks significantly more wooden. It's kind of amusing. Yeah, let's get the boat built, and we are going to donate probably 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's spread it around a little. 1 from there because you've got loads, and 2 from here because you've got loads. There we go. Boat is building. Let's have a look in on the craftsman and see if there was anything new. I don't believe that there is because we've not done an upgrade on this. And as we've spoken about before, most of these have got situational uses, but not specifically for what we're trying to do. Onto the merchant. Doesn't look like anything's changed over here either, so it's still much the same. So then into the alchemist. There's nothing that we can specifically build with what we have. And we don't have any potions that I want to dismantle, so I think we're just jumping straight into another mission. Let's go to the world map. So we've been doing a whole bunch of stuff over here. We cleared out the area for the My Private Empire. No, not the My Private Empire. We cleared out the area for the frozen fjord at this pass over here. That's what we did. We couldn't do My Private Empire because we didn't have the climbing gear, but we do have the climbing gear now. So let's follow the instructions from the mysterious letter and find the fanciful estate. An encounter along the way, a winter encounter.
You're fighting sundown and trying to make use of the remaining light when you stumble over an odd piece of metal. Curiosity gets the better of you, and after a moment of digging, you've excavated it far enough to see the hilt of a sword held fast in the permafrost. But the blade doesn't want to budge. It looks to be of an older design, ornate and masterfully crafted. You could heat it up and try to pry it free, but there isn't much sunlight left, and the rest of your journey would be more dangerous. Alternatively, you could mark the location and wait for warmer weather to collect it.
Well, we're going to be climbing up to a dangerous encounter, so I think we'll not try and free it now. I want to get there while there's still some daylight. Let's mark the location and return when things are a bit warmer.
You make note of the location on your map, confident that returning after the ice has softened will allow you to retrieve the weapon easily. You hustle along to your destination and hope the delay won't cause too many issues.
I think it's the safer of the options that we have available. Time to decide our battle goals. I like Duelist. We tend to... In my brain, we tend to succeed with this one. In reality, we've succeeded once and 2 other times we've not. We'll go for Miser for Inertion. And for Seraph... Definitely don't want Pincushion. Jeez, that looks nasty. We'll go for Recluse, but I don't think any of these are really going to be achievable.
The peculiar invitation was too interesting to pass up. Clearly, the only way to resolve the mystery of the letter from this Ventilion is to see it through and search for the fanciful estate.
That sounds reasonable.
At the apron of the Whitefire Woods, you follow the map's instructions to the letter. Await the fading sun, square yourself to the 4 sighted landmarks, and then look for the shadows of the nearby peaks to converge on a supposed path through the foothills. You enter the brush, first seeing nothing other than the dead bracken you'd expect this time of year. But then, something peculiar. It is well camouflaged by untold years of fallen branches and detritus, but a man-made path is undeniable. Bricks laid out in a beckoning order, winding and twisting into the mountains. It takes many hours of hard-fought traipsing, requiring an even mix of hurdling, crawling, and the occasional axe-work. But the energy is not hard to find, because you know you're onto something.
It's very motivational.
In the fading light, you find yourselves at a plateau. The brick path opens into a wide crescent-shaped courtyard on surprisingly level ground. The floor is a coloured stone mosaic in the style of the southern kingdoms. At the centre of this crescent is a towering marble block with an inset door made of bronze. It features a golden knocker shaped as the letter V. You dust yourself off, shake out the cold, and rap the knocker. From a brass pipe just above the door echoes a tinny voice.
Welcome, friends. I knew you'd come. I've waited so very long for you. My apologies that I can't meet you directly, but please see yourself in and the festivities will begin. I shan't be long. Oh, and do bring your weapons.
Oh dear. This sounds
With
bad.
that, the bronze portal unlocks and swivels open. A well-cut marble stairway leads down into the darkness. You enter, unwilling to turn back after coming so far. The air is musty and dank. Nobody has been through here in a long, long time. Magical lamps blaze to life, and you find yourself in a grand chamber with vaulted ceilings. It's expertly hewn out of rock and bedecked with ornate fixtures, grand mosaic tiles, and sprawling crimson velvet drapery along the walls. A servant's bell hangs from a velvet rope in the center of the room.
This sounds like some kind of wrestling arena. Enter the highlighted pressure plate with any hero. Each episode is overcome when all revealed enemies are killed. The quest may be optionally completed at the end of the same round. When one of the 5 episodes is overcome, if the quest is abandoned or lost, the party returns to Frosthaven and the quest cannot be instantly replayed. If the quest is not completed by overcoming all 5 episodes, this is not marked as completed and will give rewards again if replayed. So we've got 5 things to go through and do, but we can kind of dive out at any time, is what I'm understanding. Okay. Well, let's prep to prep. We'll go with Relentless for the retaliation and Precision Aim because it works really well with what we do. Then we're going to go slowly rather than quickly because there's no incentive for us to move that fast yet. whatever we do, we're going to move 2 onto this. So I'll probably use sap speed to move up and make it count just to get us a blessing. And over the back, we can put on Unbreakable Wall already. And if we're doing that, it means our air support is going to be much closer. And we don't know quite what we're going to see yet. Let's move up a little. Let's use Rallying Cry to move up, and we will temporarily waste at all costs because we're not going to need that healing just yet. So Banner Spear moving in. Skip the attack. Blink Blade moving in. Ah! In this
room.
room!
The same voice from the courtyard rings out from the brass tubes arranged at each corner of the room.
Of course, in this room.
I hope you're not too tired after your long journey. Please allow my servants to take your coats.
Funny. Well, what are they going to do? They're just going to attack where they are, so we have a little bit of time. May as well at least get the bless. So there's the retaliation. And the precision aim. So I'd like to move to here next turn and hit 3 of them with some shots. So we'll have to try and do that quickly. Let's go with the Drifter first. Moving 3 with Shockwave seems like a good plan. 1, 2, 3. The reason I want to move 3 is it's going to make them... if everyone else goes slower, it will make the Drifter the target for this one, and this one, which is great. And then Draining Arrows just do a little bit of extra damage. We can do Hold the Line. To help out. If we were in that place. So it's not quite the ideal position I was hoping for. Unless we move forwards and then this Living Bones isn't going to hit us. Or we move the Blink Blade away. That's also an option. I could send the Blink Blade down to take care of this guy. So let's hypothetically say we're going to do Hold the Line and... we can use Regroup to move people around. So Blink Blade, you're going to end up down here. Let's move you fast. You can start with the Blurry Jab on him. And then use Precision Timing to get away. As long as we move slightly after 25, which isn't going to work for us. At least not the way I wanted it to. Okay, hypothetically, if we do blurry jab and precision timing, this regroup is less useful. So we could just be at let them come position and work that in. All right, let's try it. They're moving slow, so this should work for what I want to do. In we go. Get the shield on. Then let's stick the muscle potion on. I don't think we need the power potion just yet. That's pretty good in terms of damage out. These two will kill themselves on us. This one won't, but it's pretty darn close. So, Blink Blade. We're gonna come down here. Have a stab. Get poison on him. And then I guess move around this side. Yeah, just to here is fine. And then we'll have a blurry jab to finish him off. Oh, big hit. We're going to want to loot this room before we move on, otherwise we're going to miss out on the drifters stuff. We've certainly failed Recluse, but this is so close quarters, it's not really much of a surprise. We can actually let them come on this guy, but we're not going to do that. We're going to step in and do hold the line, as I previously said. So into here, skip the rest of the movement, hold the line. 2 shield for us, 2 shield for adjacent allies. And this puts us in a great place. Even when they score well, it does very little. Let's just take the damage. That's great. That makes it really easy to loot. Should be able to kill this guy without too much trouble. So let's go relatively quickly. We'll go with Resolved Courage and Meat Grinder. Over here, I'd like to grab that and get some uses of our things back. So let's go with Sustained Momentum. I want to go faster, so we'll go Prudent Preparation and Sustained Momentum. And we want to just grab this, so let's go slow again. And I think we'll go really slow. We'll go Hit and Run and Kinetic Transfer. So Banner Spear. Let's get the hit in first. One problem gone. Let's step in and we'll get a little bit of regen on ourselves. Step in to get the loot. Skip that. No one to attack, but we'll get back the use of Relentless. Ooh, Arrowvine and some gold. And down here we're going to do much the same. Step in to grab this. Let's continue. This is a terrible interface. Are you sure? I haven't chosen to do anything right now. This should say, do you want to continue? Conclude quest, continue, or leave quest, continue.
The previously locked door in front of you opens under its own power, beckoning you forward into a long hallway furnished with expensive-looking thick velvet curtains on each side, leading to a door at the other end. Another bell hangs in the center of the room.
Well, I guess we're going to move in and touch that then. Let's say we can regroup to move these guys forwards. And we'll do Unbreakable Wall for now. I would like to get more bonuses back. So we're going to be 1, 2, 3. We're going to be at the door. We can move a little bit forwards with anything. Deadly shot, however. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we use our boots, we can reach that. And other things will probably spawn in. So if other things spawn in, we could say continuous health to take a shot at something. One, two. So we're going to be here at that point. 3 doesn't get us particularly far. 4 gets us a bit further, but then we're moving way too fast. Let's slow down again. So we use cascading reaction to move in 1, 2, 3 to like here. Maybe there'll be something in range for us to hit with Twin Strike. Let's see what happens. So Banner Spear, regroup first of all. Everyone forward. Skip the attack and let's use a stamina potion and we will get back Meat Grinder because that's going to move us in quite nicely, I think. In fact, no, we're going to set for the charge next turn. So set for the charge will move us 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably not a good idea to use this this potion. Can I cancel it is the question. No, I can't. Okay, this is just going to be wasted. I really wish there was a button to move it back. Let's take regroup just so we don't lose that. So Drifter. Use the boots.
None would attend my dances down south. I was not of the proper lineage, they said. But I am self-made royalty. House Ventilian. They should be lucky to attend my events. Now please, take a moment for refreshments, courtesy of my stewards.
Yes. Okay, so we've got 6 new mobs coming in. What are they going to do? They're going to move 2 and then muddle everyone in range 2. So 1, 2. He will get muddled. And right now there is no one in range for this, so we're going to have to skip the attack, but at least we will get back a use of precision aim or relentless. Probably relentless is the most useful. At this point. Blink Blade. We can get you to here, but I don't think you can attack that guy through the wall. Still, they are not going to attack us, so moving in there is not going to hurt you. So let's try it. No, didn't think so. Worth trying though. Skip the attack. I would love to be able to get a wound on him, but that's not going to happen. Oh, there was this guy here. I did not see this guy here. Well, that's a missed opportunity. Yes, throw all those muddles on me. That looks like an ideal opportunity for sap speed. Okay, we need to do some kind of semi-urgent things. So let's say set for the charge and air support. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll move in and we'll throw a thing out on people. We're going to have to go fast over here. We could poison ourselves in order to get an extra target, which is not a terrible plan given the amount of potential healing that we can do. So let's throw that in. And then I think we pull back and work to clear these out as much as possible. So we'll say Vile Assault to move back. And Chunk of Flesh to attack. And if I swap you round so you're the other way, hopefully they will act first and you won't get hit by the poison shenanigans. They're moving, they're going to poison and immobilize at a range of 1. That's not a big problem, because the healing will take care of that. We're not going to actually take any damage. So I feel a bit happier, actually, just putting... Oh, I was going to say, putting a nice air support thing over there. That was unfortunate in our roll. We may as well step up to here. Actually, if I go to here, next turn we can meat grinder them. So let's do that. This regen that we've got will clear off the poison from us. So these two are going to attack the banner spear and they're going to do nothing notable. Drifter. May as well get you to attack this one at the back then. Slightly. We are at a disadvantage, but 2 damage is 2 damage. And I'll up Relentless again. Always keep Relentless maxed out where we can. And may as well, yeah, hit yourself with the healing, because no one else needs it. And get back precision aim. I feel like we got extra back than I expected. Not complaining. Just a bit surprised. Oh, because we must have rolled the +1, recover 1 thing. It's not immediately obvious when it happens, but it's always very welcome. Here comes the poison. Ah! Then again, they're going to target the Blink Blade. Did not see that coming. Well. Banner Spear can receive poison because the regen's going to take it away. And immobilize because we're not going anywhere. Right, Blink Blade. Do we go for... We're already poisoned. Oh, but it's if you don't have poison, right? Undo then. Let's clear our poison, and then we will re-poison ourselves. So we can hit 2 things nice and strongly. Yeah, I mean, there's no one else to target, so may as well skip that. I will poison myself. And we will go to hit these 2. That gives us another bit of fast, which is always welcome. I could start putting wounds on things, but I think I'd rather save the flame vial for a bit later, so we'll finish that there. Time for some short rests. Short rest here, we can just work with what we've got. Breakthrough and Crushing Weight will be able to get rid of that poison quite nicely. And we're going to need another short rest on the Blink Blade. Don't like losing Set for the Charge because it's a very strong move ability. However, it is quite useful for us to still have the other abilities. Let's redraw it. Yeah, cool. Losing Unbreakable Wall. I don't mind losing that. Now, unfortunately, that 1 damage that we took there is done our regen in, but that's a minor issue. Ooh, lose sand in the hourglass? Yeah, we can lose sand in the hourglass. We're going to go for Meat Grinder, as I mentioned. And Hold the Line would be kind of useless. But we could do Resolved Courage to make the Meat Grinder more powerful on these 2. And I quite like that. Then I mentioned we were probably going to go for Sap Speed. It's interesting, the poison icon is different. I'm sure there is a reason for it, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's one that's been applied by us rather than the enemy. Yeah, if we do Precision Timing and Sap Speed and go really quickly, we might be able to clear some of this space out. They're going to attack, so we'd best get them killed first. Let's go for Resolved Courage first. And we'll meat grind our way through these 2. Nice and solid. We could drink the healing potion to get rid of the poison, but I don't think it's necessary right now. So Blink Blade. If we step to here, we can loot that. And we're going after the... Can't hit two guys at the same time, which is a bit of a shame. But we can at least hit this guy. And we could take him out with a frenzy, maybe. So step into here. Skip the rest of the movement. Hit you. Cool. Another one bites the dust. And then we can move to a bit more safety. In fact, this is probably the safest place because we're blocking all of these from coming in any further. Although I think they're all going to just stay around the drifter. So let's step back slightly. And we'll carry on looting. Alright, drifter. Breakthrough. We'll hit this guy. Nice, solid hit. Let's get the healing going. And we will improve precision aim. And I'll give you a shield because you're going to get attacked. Machines come a little bit closer. But we're able to block all that damage. Blocked all that damage, bit of retaliation. And that's all they can do. Love it. Let's say hold the line and we'll step forwards one using Rallying Cry. So we're going to just provide shield across the board. We'll do a short rest on the drifter. And we can probably do make it count to step in and stab this guy and then hit and run to maybe move elsewhere. Losing Vile Assault? Sure. I think now's a good time for a Draining Arrow. And if we do Shockwave and Draining Arrow, we're going to get ourselves an additional shield, which should tank anything they give us for this turn. Okay, they're going to... Those that can move will move and take damage, and then they're going to attack. So we're going to step into just here. So a slap bang in the middle. Hold the line. Nice and chunky. Wing clippers. I have no idea what those do, but I'm kind of curious. Draining arrows. Let's go for you, and you, I think. It's not bad. Good muddles on them. We'll keep our... Ooh, if we back up... No, if we back up, this guy's going to attack Banner Spear, and we don't want that. So skip the movement. Just stay where we are with another shield. This is why we have our shields. And this is why we have extra shields. Right, Blink Blade. If you roll big, you did not roll big, that's fine. Choices. I think we want to stay where we are. Stay where we are. Try and kill this guy. It's fair enough. Let's go for set for the charge, and in fact no, we'll go air support to do a ranged hit, and at all costs to move and just grab some loot. We'll try and be fastest with the drifter, prudent preparation, and crushing weight so we can heal that poison. And the Blink Blade, if I move you slowly, we can do a little bit of range shooting with kinetic transfer. And Twin Strike will heal up our poison. Ooh, they are doing big hits. But they're not going to move anywhere. So maybe we don't do the prudent preparation. Maybe we just stab this guy. Either way. Let's boost up our Relentless. Always boosting Relentless until it gets maxed out. And yeah, if I just stab you... then it can be on the Banner Spear to air support this guy to death. And then we don't have to worry about this guy being close to any of us. Let's just step and grab some loot. He's going to do his thing, and then we get to move in. So kinetic transfer will go to here and take a shot. It's not particularly amazing, but it's definitely not terrible. And I think we'll stay where we are and just get our poison cleared off. Let's start moving quickly through them. So, set for the charge, let them come. Deadly shot and chunk of flesh. And we can afford to go quickly now. So Power Leak and Blurry Javelin will just stand here and hit him. So step forwards, skip the movement, regular attack. That means the rest of the turn is just looting. Was there any chests or anything in these rooms? Was there a chest in this initial starting area? No, there wasn't. Because that's something I should be paying attention to. we've got 2 of the rooms down so far. The next room looks quite large. The room after looks even larger. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be 5 episodes? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then no idea what the final one would be. It's kind of terrifying, but I feel like we have to keep pushing forwards. Such a shame that your movement is potentially so good and you're just kind of staying put. And who do we need to heal? No one needs healing. Well, we may as well do it on ourselves. And we will get back another use of precision aim this time. And 3 gold. No, don't conclude the quest.
The far door swings open on its own power to reveal a well-appointed large ballroom. If you didn't remember the tiring, frostbitten journey here, you'd swear you were at an opulent reception in the warmer, richer south. A bell hangs again.
Okay. More of the same. We can afford to do a long rest because we're not in any time urgency. We don't need to do a long rest here, so breakthrough will move us forwards quite nicely, and sustained momentum will give us one of the abilities back. We can afford to do a long rest here. And we will get back precision aim this time. Blink blade. What are we going to lose? We're going to lose sap speed. And banner spear. I think we'll probably lose rallying cry. Everyone is at full health. That's what we like to see. Okay, Drifter, you're going to do a long rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, moving up. So set for the charge will get us a lot closer. Technically using the boots will be 5 to there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 2 more turns at least to reach the switch. We'll use at all costs to just pass some of the time. Next turn we can use regroup to move people forwards a bit faster, maybe. If we're going slowly, what's the biggest movement we've got? Kinetic transfer is 3. Or kinetic transfer is a move 1 on the top. And cascading reaction is a 3 on the bottom. But I prefer 2 turns of moving 3, I think. So let's say cascading reaction and make it count. So Banner Spear, you're not going to use your boots yet, because next turn we're going to do a regroup with you. Blink Blade, get on in as far as you can, and get a bless on yourself. And Drifter, we are going to lose prudent preparation, I think. We could potentially lose crushing weight. Prudent preparation does let us go fast. Let's lose crushing weight. Alright, let's move you guys in. So we're going to go relatively quickly with Resolved Courage and Regroup. So that's going to move 1, 2, 3, which means we only need 3. Shockwave will take us to the middle. And I'm going to assume that there's going to be nothing in range, so we'll say sustain momentum and we'll get another thing back. You're going to move 1, 2, 3, so whatever we do moving relatively slowly, kinetic transfer and blurry jab seems fine. So regroup, starting here. And skip the attack because we've got nothing to attack. Drifter, go pull the lever.
The bell chain retracts into the ceiling, and then clapping and
Interesting.
excited laughter echoes from the brass tubes.
Behold, my dance hall! I trust you brought comfortable shoes. I hope you'll forgive me if I'm a moment delayed. In the meantime, these fine fellows were hoping for a waltz. Let the ball begin!
These should be totally doable. They are going to move slower than us, but they're not going to attack, so they're still going to be far away. Let's get back a use of Relentless. Getting poison on them will be kind of vital, unsurprisingly. And yeah, we're not going to have anyone in range anytime soon. Let's push this way. Skip the kinetic transfer ability. Skip the blurry jab. Meat Grinder will move us 1, 2, 3. And let them come, I think, is going to be our next best thing. I don't think anything's really going to be in range. Deadly Shot will get poison out at range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I like that over here. And we can, off the back of that, we could move in with Draining Arrows afterwards to get back another bonus, depending on what the enemy's doing. And Blink Blade. Might be time to go fast. If we move in with Twin Strike, you can then hit and run to hit this guy and back away. And we could get a bleed on him should we need to. I think that's the best option for what we have. And it'll back us away as well, which is quite nice. Oh, they're just going to shield up. Okay. Well, that's a bit pants, but we can still get poison on them. Oh my god, look at that shield. And this was us moving fast. So adding 2 piercing to the attacks this round isn't really going to make much difference. But we will try nevertheless. So we will get the poison on him at least. Wow! Way to go, Blink Blade. Did manage to do a damage. You know what? Stay in the same place. Ah, actually, this guy's immune to poison, so there is no point on us using Draining Arrow on the other one at all. Let's start you up with your wound, and yeah, we'll finish that there. We're going to just get in the room as much as possible, so we're in a better position for next turn. Put some healing on yourself, for what it's worth. And Drifter. I said there's no point in us doing Deadly Shot, but we can at least step in. We'll get an additional thing on Precision Aim. And we may as well take a swing at him, because we can stun him for next turn. Hold the line, air support. Knowing that this guy is stunned, let's use Breakthrough to put a wound on him. 4 damage with 2 piercing. And we'll say Continuous Health for the bottom. And down here, I would love to get a decent hit on him. He's immobilized, so we can go quick and kind of dance away. Power Leak to hit him once, then Precision Timing to move a little bit, stab him, and then back away. And it looks like they're just trying to push people away anyway. In range for air support. Get that piercing going. And then we'll try and just get a little bit closer for next turn. Blink Blade. Don't poison yourself. That's unfortunate. Move in. It's a little bit of damage, so it's better than nothing. Go start across for the other one to try and help out. We will use a Precision Aim in order to get a wound on this. That's a big hit. That's a lovely hit. And you know what? We'll stay where we are for now. We can afford to do a long rest and let these guys come in a bit. Prudent Preparation, Chunk of Flesh. We'll take a swing at him. I'm not expecting it to do much. And we can do a long rest on the Blink Blade as well. They're just going to defend up, so there's really not much we're going to be able to do. But they are wounded, so they are gradually dying. If only we still had sand in the hourglass available. So we'll take the swing with Chunk of Flesh, mostly just because we're going to get the active bonus back. And I mean, we can step away a little. It's going to make no difference for this turn. Blink Blade, what are you going to lose? Make It Count has a wound on the bottom, so we don't want to lose that. Hit and Run has proven useful, but it's a candidate. Kinetic Transfer has a decent move on the bottom. Twin Strikes is Twin Strikes. Blurry Jab allows direct damage while moving slowly. I think it's Hit and Run. Goodbye, Hit and Run. And then Banner Spear, I think we're going to lose at all costs. So we've only burned 3 cards at the moment. But the more you go through, the faster it becomes because you have fewer cards to run through at each stage. Getting air support on this guy might finish him off. Air support is range 3. 1, 2, 3. So if we move to here, actually, we'll be able to do a nice, helpful air support. So let's pull back and we'll do it this way, because I don't mind if this guy dies over the next few turns. It's the big one that we want to get killed sooner. We'll do a long rest on the Drifter. And the Blink Blade is going to move slowly. So we'll say Kinetic Transfer, 1, 2, maybe 3, and Power Leak's a decent hit. Which we don't have to make, but we could make. So you want to move 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you will come in and cause problems for the Blink Blade. Blink Blade can handle it, though. We'll give you the regen for what it's worth. If you get hit, it's going to vanish anyway, but it's better than nothing. Oh, that's just... that's saddening, is what it is. Almost worse than the times 0. At least his attack was also quite pants. Didn't get the retaliation because he pushed us away. Oh, he pushed us in a really weird direction. Alright. That's the game you're playing, is it? Come up here. And we will go for a Power Leak hit. I don't care that that muddled us. That was exactly what we needed. Good job, Blink Blade. Alright, and Drifter. I think for you, we will lose sustained momentum. It is getting harder and harder for us to make these choices. This thing will die in 3 turns, but we need to kill it before then. If we set for the charge, it will move in and it will die. So if we set for the charge and step forwards a teensy bit to here, with let them come, we'll be in an ideal position. Which means everyone else can, in theory, start moving towards the door. Deadly shot to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That moves us fine. I think we want to go this way around. How are we doing on our active bonuses? We could do one more in precision aim. So we could use chunk of flesh to do that. We could afford to go fast, but I want to go slower than this guy if possible. So hypothetically, let's say make it count and twin strike, and we'll see how quickly this one moves. 48, slightly faster than us, that's good. So Banner Spear, gonna set for the charge. And we're going to move to here, and that's where we're going to wait. Drifter, time to use those boots to move just a little bit further. And that's the last precision aim bonus. So we need to start using those. There we go. Killed himself on set for the charge, exactly as planned. So the Blink Blade. And come down and grab this. And do the healing, get a little bit of XP. Probably should have healed yourself, but that's fine. And we continue.
With the dance complete, the bell chain drops again.
3 done. Wait, same room. Interesting. Let's say hold the line and regroup, and we'll use that to position people on it. And we'll go with the draining arrows. And shockwave, I guess. So we've got some repositioning. And we'll go slow with the Blink Blade. Say Blurry Jab and Cascading Reaction. So regroup, start here.
They mocked, they chided, they whispered endless jibes against me. My hole was empty, and they reveled in it. It was their final jest. My lovely dancers made short work of them. It took me weeks to scrub the blood. Now my new friends join their final pirouette.
Sure. Right, we've got a whole bunch of stuff that's going to happen. So they're not going to cause wounds, but they are going to attack multiple things. So we're going to definitely do hold the line in order to protect us. They're all coming in, but they are all moving after us, which will give us a little bit of time to get some plan and retaliation in. The draining arrows that we've got going out, they are range 2, but we've got the boost, so it'll be you can get hit, you can get hit, you can get hit. That's good. So let's stand. Let's stand here. Yes, that will be fine. And leave the rest of the movement. And you're going to pull round this side. That makes a little difference because we're gonna move into the middle anyway. Come this way. Right, hold the line. I hope when we move in next to it, we get that 2 bonus. We should do. So, to the middle. No. Interesting. Well, I should have gone round the other side, and I know for next time. Nice spots of muddles on everyone. Probably should have had the power potion on that, but you live and learn. Let's say Protective Scepter can go on you, because you are the weakest of us at the moment. And the Blink Blade, what are we going to do with you? We could just charge you down, do some direct damage to it. Because it's going to move in and attack you anyway, so... We're going to take a little retaliate damage, but for what we're getting out of it, I think it's worthwhile. Because we need to be actively putting damage out on these. Wow. You know what? Take the 1 damage. That's where our retaliation comes in. Oh, times 2. Nasty. Oh, range 5. I'm so glad we've got the shields up. Okay, we're going to need to do a short rest so we can clear these out, I think. In fact, let's start with the Drifter. So Drifter can do Prudent Preparation. And Breakthrough. So we're building for that retaliation. You can do a long rest. We don't need to rush it. Probably best to do a short rest down here, though. Just because we're in a little bit of a finicky situation. We'll lose kinetic transfer. Bit of a shame, but these things happen. So it'd be good to kill this and move up to the next one, if possible. Precision timing would allow us to do that. And then once we're next to it, hitting it with a blurry jab would be very powerful. Yeah, we've got to kill these flaming blade spinners now, and the robotic bolt shooter. Attack 4 at range 4. They got to go. So we could move all the way around to this side, so we're just a bit more appealing for the bolt shooters. Don't think that's necessarily the best plan. Staying here, however, will give us another one of our retaliations. So let's skip the movement and we'll get another one on Relentless. But that being said, I am still going to actively try and kill one of them because it's better than getting attacked by both of them. Then again, if we roll badly, then what are you going to do? Blink Blade, don't roll badly. Step round. Have a stab. Nice. Step into here. And we'll have a blurry jab on this guy. That is definitely not what we needed. There's not much we can do other than just tank that then. Ow. Yeah, use the armor for that one. That'll heal up, so that's not a problem. That's very painful. Let's take the damage. And not be happy about it. We will lose Let Them Come at this point. I think we need to step forwards and do some air support. So hold the line in air support. Air support is range 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 distance, so we're going to need to move a little bit closer before that works anyway. We could do a long rest on the Drifter. That's probably fine for us to get a spot of healing and pass some time. Blink Blade, we're going to go quickly to try and recoup this. Which I think is going to be Power Leak and make it count. So step in a bit closer. Disarmed him. That makes me happier. Blink Blade. We're not going to poison ourselves, but we will hit this guy, and he's not immune to poison, so didn't need to use the dagger, killed him in 1. Now at this point, as much as there is a lot of loot around, we do still have the other room to move into, so I think we need to approach our next target. But we're going to have to do it a bit further away than this guy. Range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so if we go to here or here. Look at your lovely little field. So Drifter healing up, and we can lose probably draining arrows. I think let's go quick and try and get this guy killed. So set for the charge, resolved courage. We can get a deadly shot on you. If we do shockwave, we can get right next to him, and then we can do breakthrough and get him bleeding. That's probably a little better. And I would quite like to do the cascading reaction twin strike combination and start healing up over here. So step in. Done. Step in. And breakthrough, we will use precision aim. Great. Didn't need to, but gets him killed. Which means this back door is going to open up. So let's start moving towards it. Continue.
A previously locked door at the right end of the ballroom opens on its own, beckoning you forward once more. This chamber feels less welcoming than the rest. It's noticeably colder, and a stone sarcophagus looms against the opposite wall. There is yet another bell.
Oh yeah. Two big obstacles, some kind of fountain thing. Let's go slowly. Meat grinder regroup. Hopefully these guys will get a bit closer. Deadly shot will get us closer. And chunk of flesh will get us back one of our active bonuses. I think we're going to need to do a short rest and go quickly to get in. Yeah, we can lose Blurry Jab. I do very much like it, but we are running low. What have I set for the Drifter? Deadly shot, which is moving 4, which is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go for cascading reaction, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the Drifter is going to get an extra bonus when moving forwards with regroup. And if I do make it count, everyone's going to get a little bit of healing, which is going to help out. I'm going to get a bit of healing. The Drifter's not going to be anywhere near by that point. Let's do it that way around. There we go, that's better. So Drifter, first of all, moving up to here. Chunk of flesh, no one to attack, heal yourself. And get back relentless. We'll save the rest of the stuff for whatever's in the next room. Blink Blade up to here. And heal both of us. Banner Spear. Regroup. That is not regroup. Back, back. Regroup. Let's try this again. One, two, three, four. You're not going to be able to make it all the way in Blink Blade, but I think that's probably a good thing at this point. Long rest will give us choice over what we lose. You've got enough to move straight on and take a shot at something. So that works. You're moving slowly. Which might be moving in 3 and hitting something, maybe. Let's do a short rest. Because if we can get set for the charge in the middle and meat grinder using our boots. Are our boots ready to use? Our boots are not ready to use, so we would have to do a long rest for that. Or use set for the charge and air support and just try and get an early alpha strike on something, which could be fine. Yeah, we'll do a short rest. Resolved courage? Sure. So we'll go set for the charge, air support. See what we've got in the room. Hey, the boots are available. Well, that kind of throws out my previous plan.
Here,
Just another couple of skelly bobs.
Forsaken frozen north. I found the space to claim my birthright. Here, I am emperor. I am lord. Bend your knee. You will scream my name with your last breath. I command you. Dance with me.
So this is Living Doom. Ugh. Well, we're definitely going to hit him with a giant javelin. I say no. Skeletons are going to move in and they're going to do some attacks. He's going to move in and he's going to do a big attack. So I'm kind of glad that we have our positioning the way we do. Let's come in over on this side. We'll do Protective Scepter in the middle. And I think we'll go off to the slightly weaker skeleton on the side for now. Oh, well, it's made no difference. Let's get back to precision aim. So we can definitely do more precision aims. This guy has like innate shield, but he's not immune to anything in particular. gonna hurt you more than me. It's gonna hurt me more than you. No. It will hurt us the same. Right, Blink Blade. Now you can definitely move up 2. Move up 1. Not a surprise. That's good. And we'll definitely use the Frenzy Potion now. Oh! Love to see it. I think we're going to need a short rest. Short rest on the Drifter as well. However, we can hold the line here to give everyone a bit of shield. And maybe attack. But probably not. Don't want to lose Breakthrough because it's such a strong ability, but at this point we've got plenty of other things we can do to kill. We can lose Twin Strike. We've got other things that we can use to hit. So Continuous Health is a strong hit. Shockwave and Continuous Health. Or hell, even Shockwave and Chunk of Flesh. Maybe just focusing on this guy in front of us. You're targeted on the big guy, so let's take him out. Let's go big. We'll go Cascading Reaction. Try and hit him, scooch onto him and hit the other guy. And then we'll go Make It Count to make it count. So, Banner Spear. First things first. You're going to attack for 3. You're going to attack for 3. You're going to attack for 5. Let's hit the guy in the middle with the falchion. And just damage everyone around us. Then we'll... If we back up, actually... These guys are going to move forwards and they're going to attack the Drifter. And the Drifter's still got a couple of retaliations. So, yeah, let's back up. Not quite close enough to get any of the loot, but... it all helps. So we're going to stand in the middle. Skip the movement. Power Potion, may as well. Chunk of Flesh on you. Probably should have hit him first and then moved on and grabbed his loot. But we'll give the healing out. And we'll put on to Relentless. Blink Blade. Stab the big guy. At the very least, we're going to step in here. There is a lot of looting we have not done on this mission. However, we did make it through. which I think is pretty incredible. What a fun little gauntlet thing. Population control specialist. I like that. So in the stats, we didn't manage any of our battle goals, which is a bit of a shame. But we did get another lumber for our banner spear, which means we can start on the Sacred Soil quest line.
The shade vanishes, and suddenly the music changes to a wistful aria.
You have honored me with your presence. The ball has been magnificent, and that is everything I wish for. Please take what's left of my wealth. I only ask one thing. When you trade stories of your grandest celebrations, remember this gala, and tell your fellows of Ventilion. Now I raise my glass to you, a toast in your honor, and to the royal court of Ventilion's empire. May you live well, and never cease dancing.
With that, all animation has gone out of the chamber. The lamps flicker, and you feel a biting cold wind swirling down from the outside. This place, once magnificent, has moved on, and so must you. Whatever strange sorcery this emperor engaged himself in, you're just glad this ended in your favor.
Indeed.
But first, you see a burgundy sack in the center of the room, embroidered in gold with the letter V.
Well, we're clearly going to loot that. The party gains any 5 materials. Well, we are a little low on lumber, so that's what it's recommended, and I agree, I guess. The shipyard hums with activity, somewhat literally in the case of the Harrower Carpenter, who has been hired to construct your boat. As a swarm of unified insects, the Harrower has spent the last few days slicing planks of wood and bending the pieces into shape with the help of other workers. It's a respectable, single-mast ship with enough room for a small crew to make a brief voyage north. Until now, a part of you had hoped the Carpenter wouldn't pull it off, and you'd be safe from venturing into the frigid waters. But seeing the ship here, all properly rigged up and sealed with fresh pitch, your mood brightens. Now all you need is a crew. Captain Philip Doghogger at your service. You turn back towards the gate. A human walking towards you, the height of a child, but the weathered look on his face makes his age clear. Sathan mentioned you needed an old salt, the man continues cheerily. He seems confident that he's already been hired. Delighted to have a ship to captain once again. Been looking for a new steed since my own ship met an unfortunate end a few months back. I'm sure this one won't be torn apart by giant starfish, eh? He laughs, but there's sadness there. Now, what do you call this beauty? The sailor brightens again, offering a bottle of brackish alcohol. Go ahead, pick a name. Best of luck to set forth on... Bad luck to set forth on an unnamed vessel. You smash the bottle on the hull and watch as the Carpenter and their assistants launch the ship into the chilly waters. Captain Doghog takes some time to inspect the rigging and secure a crew, but after only half a day, you're ready to brave the icy sea and leave Frosthaven behind you. Oh, how things change, Crane says. You're back at the abandoned temple, standing in the hall of worship, the floor full of broken glass and cold, split metal. Crane bends down, picks up the 7 mechanical hand and then a foot and stuffs them into his pack. Research, he says, and wanders off. When you return to Crane to make a report on this death site, the Quattrel asks so many questions that you decided it was easier to just show him. So, besides trying to kill you, Crane asks, were the machines doing anything strange? He's moving between the 4 darkened pillars, plucking up little bits of broken machinery. When you can't think of anything, Crane pours a dram of odd-smelling oil into his lamp, and using a torch and a bit of kindling, he lights the lantern. But its flame is a bright emerald green. As soon as it flickers to life, the room begins to react. Thin wisps of yellow vapour, much like what was in the central orb, leak from the central temple walls and coalesce around the lantern, whirling like a miniature storm. There's your bit of strange, Crane says. And it confirms Logren's notes. This is a death site. He steps back, and both of you watch the vapor build. This is what the researchers were investigating. Divergent energy that lingered, still lingers apparently, in certain parts of the north. I'm still working through the notes. From what I've read, this energy always reacts to the burning of a particular solution, and it always triggers certain... Clears his throat. Unusual phenomenon. The Quattrel digs into his pack and pulls out a heavy, oversized leather glove. Logren and her team theorized that the energy was the result of a great war fought long ago in the north. This temple, or the mountain the temple was built in, was the site of a major battle. Yellow storm circling on his lamp gets bigger by the second. In order to understand the nature of the energy, we'll need to investigate other sites. There should be a few more points along the northeastern coast. I'll give you a set of coordinates for a place to start. He hands you a note that simply reads 3M 1L 7A. You then watch as Crane pulls on the glove and, moving quickly, tries to snuff out the lamp. However, when he reaches down, the green vapor attacks his gloved hands and tears at it with angry spectral teeth, taking out several visible chunks. As soon as the light is out, Crane rips the glove off and flings it to the far corner of the room, where it smoulders a greenish smoke. Sather might be needing a new pair of gloves soon.
He was sleeping with my wife.
A guard scratches his head, trying to explain.
Or, at least, I thought he was. I'm unmarried. Is he going to be alright?
A knife protrudes from the leg of his watchmate, who is being tended to by an old sawbones. Captain Olmsted draws you aside.
That's the third random guard-on-guard attack this week. Something is getting inside their heads, messing around.
He peers out over the walls and points to a cluster of snow-covered structures.
There was a time Frosthaven was wider than it is today, but a few years ago we drew back the wall to better protect what little we had. I think something is set up in one of the buildings we abandoned out there.
You almost think you see movement in one of the decrepit buildings, and you suddenly remember that you forgot to disembowel yourself yesterday. Silly you.
Well, we're not going to disembowel ourselves. Fight it.
Captain Olmsted tries to stop you, but you shrug him off. You draw a weapon and get to work on your insides and those of your friends. It's some hours before the Sawbones has finished patching up the party.
Wow. So I did do fight it rather than disembowel, but all heroes will start with a wound at the start of the next quest, or will suffer, and will suffer 2 damage at the start of the next quest. That's brutal. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Okay, we have a level 5 level up for Seraph, our Blinkblade. Which of these do we want? So Flashing Flurry, it's a ranged attack. Target 2, range 3. Can consume for an extra damage. Or it's a melee attack, kind of like Sap Speed, which can be boosted. Or we can stun everything in range 1 and grab 1 speed for every enemy targeted, which is interesting, but I don't think it's super useful. Alternative card. Start of the next 4 rounds when no long rest was performed, suffer 2 damage and play 3 cards instead of 2. So that's like burn through your cards right now, but it's got teleport on the bottom and it can move very fast. Teleport 5 or teleport 5 and take 2 damage. I don't like that. Flashing Flurry seems kind of interesting. Conceptually I like breakneck speed, but no. No thank you. So we'll go with Flashing Flurry. I might swap Sap Speed over for it. We've got a perk to put in because we had that level up. So, given we're all done with Hasten, Revitalize is an interesting one. I think we'll go for Bolster, though. Don't get your added damage now, but get it later. And then on our equipped cards, so we want to take Flashing Flurry, but I need to take out Sap Speed. There we go. I do like having extra ranged attacks. They're always nice. It is 3 damage, which can go up to 4. We just need to consume something. And having a stun ability is generally good, even if it is a burnable one. This is quite a powerful card situationally. So we'll have to see how that pans out. That is going to be all we have time for this episode, though. This one has gone on quite long. That dance, that gala was a long one. So thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Frosthaven. See you soon.